All right, here we are. Just about done. All's fair in love and Excel. So let's continue our exploration, speaking of love, of the speed dating data set. In particular, we're going to use it to showcase how to do regression in Excel. Um, so like I just said, we're going to use speed dating data set to learn how to perform a standard regression analysis in Excel. For this example, I'm going to look at the potential relationship between like F and fun F, right? So that's kind of where we're starting to get to like interesting problems, right? When we look at how much a female liked her partner, does it depend upon how fun she found him, right? So is fun important? And of course, we're going to focus on that, but there's lots of variables that we could look at. It's part of what makes it an interesting data set. Is sincerity important? Is ambition important? Is intelligence important? Is attractiveness important? So, right, in theory, there's a whole bunch of variables that we could look at. And if you were to go on to like Stat 2, STA 200, you would actually learn how to do some more complicated modeling where you could do things like look at all of these variables together to kind of put together this kind of composite picture as to like of all these different things: sincerity, ambition, shared interests, attractiveness, intelligence, fun, right? Which ones are the most important? How important are they? How do they combine together to kind of come up with this idea of kind of how attracted or how much we like a potential dating partner? Kind of a little bit cool, right? But here, right, in math 121, stat 101, right, we have to keep it relatively simple for the time being. So here we're just going to focus on, right, whether or not or how much a female likes her partner, whether it depends on how fun she found him. Now, it might be worth reviewing that first lab assignment, which may have been a while back, um, in terms of how you're going to read in the data set. Remember, once you read the data set in, you're going to have to load that tool pack. Once you load the tool pack, you're just going to go to that data tab, and then you go all the way to the right to data analysis, and that'll give you that long list of options. I think we picked descriptive statistics in the past, but now instead of descriptive statistics, we're going to scroll down a little further, and we're going to instead pick regression. So now we have two variables that we're interested in. We have an X variable and a Y variable. So if we look at the data set, we'll see the R column is the column that corresponds to fun F, and the D column is what corresponds to like F. So right, we got to highlight those columns. So R2 to R276 is all the observations for fun F, and then D2 to D276 are all the observations for like F. And then there are lots of little bells and whistles that we could select, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it simple, silly, and just kind of keep just the default options in which most things are not selected. Still plenty of output for us. So a lot of this stuff we haven't really talked about. Multiple R, R squared, adjusted R squared. We haven't really talked about that stuff. Most of what we've talked about and is important to us is in that bottom section where it says intercept and X variable. Looks like in column B, there's something called coefficient. So that's like what would build our regression equation. So our regression equation is Y equals, where Y is how much a female likes her partner, Y equals that 2.647 plus 0.568 times how fun she found her partner. Notice that's a positive coefficient, so that means a positive relationship. That makes sense, right? So it's basically saying the more fun that she finds her partner, the more that we expect her to like her partner. Right? In fact, if we were to quantify it, right, for every 1 unit increase in fun, we expect the amount that she likes her partner to increase by 0.56801. Now, is this a significant relationship, right? That is, right, is this sort of statistically significant? If we perform a statistical test, are they in fact really related? Well, to do that, remember we look at the p-value for the slope. So that's line 8, where it says x variable. We go over to column E. Column E, it says p-value, right? And the p-value is 2.57 e to the negative 33. Remember, that means we move the decimal place 33 spots to the left. So this p-value is like astronomically small. 0.0 dot 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 31 O's, 31 zeros, 257. So an extremely small p-value, which is basically telling us it's extremely significant. There's a strong amount of evidence that how much a female likes her partner is related to how fun she found him on that speed date. So yeah, I just summarized this. The y-intercept for our regression line is 2.65. The slope is 0.57. For every 1 unit increase in fun, if female likes her partner an extra 0.57 units. The p-value is at 2.57 e to the negative 33. Very small, way below 0.05. So there is sufficient evidence to conclude that there is a significant relationship. Pretty cool, right? Well, who am I to steal all the fun? So you go out, take this data set, put yourself on your own little imaginary speed date, analyze the data, and go ahead and complete the assignment and submit it. And that should be, unless I change my mind down the road and add more labs, should be the last lab as of October 2019 at least. So good job. You've gotten through all the labs. You're probably close to getting through the entire class. So you have a lot to be proud of. A lot to be proud about. All right. See you soon.